entrepreneurship.
There has been this question of how are you protecting our indigenous seed?
It's going to be a tall project. That answers somebody's question.
The Front Bench has brought you insightful discussions on governance, security, healthcare, justice, and commerce.
When you go through this complicated procedure, involve the lawyers, you bring the case against him, the judge will hear you out and pass judgment, and you're out of court in record time.
We remain committed to keeping you informed and engaged on key national matters.
So these are huge, these are powerful organizations which now Uganda chairs. Why don't you come together?
If we haven't migrated to the e-card because of various reasons, including that not all the people of Uganda have smartphones.
You can sit in your house, apply for a passport.
If you have a Ugandan who has a successful logistics firm in the US, it means he can come to Uganda and do a lot more.
Every Monday at 8:30 p.m. with me, Jethro Kasaiji, your interface with the government only on your public broadcaster, UBC, Inspiring Uganda.
In a nation hungry for truth, a world where every story matters, there exists a beacon of trust and reliability. For decades, they've been our voice and our window to the world, holding the mirror of our history. With 4 TV stations and 11 radio channels spanning 27 languages, they stand as guardians of information, defenders of truth. With Mascari Heritage Advantage, they uphold every citizen's right to reliable and free information. Their archived stories shaped our past and illuminate our present. Yet now, as new challenges arise and the world evolves, their mission faces its greatest test yet. Be part of our journey and let's navigate the unknown, uncover the untold, and safeguard our future together. Tune into your public broadcaster, for it is the intersection of trust and truth. Because to UBC, your story, and every voice matters. UBC, Inspiring Uganda.
Every waking day is a reminder just how beautiful this, our land, truly is. The kind of beauty that you can only find here, in the lush green all around us and the wondrous sights within. It's in the distinct aroma of our cooking, to the taste of food that takes you on a journey, in the sound of homecoming and the sound of Mother Earth. In the magnificence we find on our travels and the exciting moments we experience. Ours is the kind of beauty that comes in all things big and small. All we have to do is awaken our senses and truly enjoy what's uniquely ours. Explore Uganda, the Pearl of Africa.
Step into a world of excellence, comfort and pride with Royal Foam Furniture, crafted to perfection right here in Uganda. We bring you state-of-the-art living room furniture and bedding products at affordable prices. Our wide variety of mattresses include orthopedic, pillow top, spring mattresses suitable for institutions like hotels, and many others for home comfort. With every piece telling a story of royal excellence, our products are built with the highest quality materials made to last. Experience royalty with Royal Foam Furniture, proudly made in Uganda, so buy Uganda and build Uganda. Visit our showrooms at Ginger Road, Chambogo Junction, Bukota Chisasi Road, and on Victoria Mall, Entebbe, on the first floor.
Taxation is a bit complicated, and the only way to demystify it and make it as easy to understand and to comply with is through engagement. Is there a limit to the number of cars a returning citizen is bringing into Uganda? Who has paid the excise duty on this water is not the supermarket which has sold you this bottle at 1,000. It's not the business. It is the man who is going to drink this water. We strongly believe that it will only be through such constructive engagement that we'll be able to broaden our tax base and build our country together.
Buza Commissioner. Now you can get direct answers. Send your tax-related questions via WhatsApp or SMS to 0790-141-887 and the Commissioner General of URA, John Musinguzi, will personally address them. Tune in to UBC News Tonight every Monday and Wednesday for expert insights and clear explanations. Buza Commissioner.
When you want to relax your body and refresh your mind, welcome to Hotel La Confidential, Aroa's premier destination for luxury and comfort. The only hotel in Aroa City offering a serene atmosphere, breathtaking scenery. Come and discover our exclusive wellness club with packages that include a fully equipped gym, a rejuvenating sauna, steam bath, and a great sky blue swimming pool. For events, our state-of-art conference halls and versatile event spaces are perfect for hosting shows, wedding receptions, birthdays, and more. Come and enjoy our cinema hall and unisex saloon, all designed to meet your entertainment and grooming needs. Bring your family and let your kids splash around in our beautiful kids water park. We are located on Aroa Pakwachi Highway in the heart of Aroa City. Don't wait. Visit us on www.hotellaconfidential.com or call us on 0761 688 181.
Exercise can't be sustained. Eating can't be stopped. It's even harder to lose weight. Come and give it a try. Ginshikang L-carnitine chromium capsules, plant extract, scientific ratio, take 3 capsules each time. The active ingredient accelerates fat burning, eat twice a day. Don't take a detour. Weight loss starts now. Ginshikang L-carnitine with chromium capsules helps you stay in shape. Please follow medical advice when taking this product. For more information, visit our website www.hgo.com or call 0800 335555.
The government's core mandate is to maintain law and order, safeguard citizens' rights, and provide essential public services.
Remember, one of the pillars of a roadmap is innovation and entrepreneurship.
There has been this question of how are you protecting our indigenous seed?
It's going to be a tall project that answers somebody's question.
The Front Bench has brought you insightful discussions on governance, security, healthcare, justice, and commerce.
Why do you go through this complicated procedure, involve the lawyers? You bring the case against him, the judge will hear you out and pass judgment, and you're out of court in record time.
We remain committed to keeping you informed and engaged on key national matters.
So these are huge, these are powerful organizations which now Uganda chairs. Why don't you come together?
If we haven't migrated to the e-card because of various reasons, including that not all the people of Uganda have smartphones.
You can sit in your house, apply for a passport.
If you have a Ugandan who has a successful logistics firm in the US, it means he can come to Uganda and do a lot more.
Every Monday at 8:30 p.m. with me, Jethro Kasaiji, your interface with the government only on your public broadcaster, UBC, Inspiring Uganda.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda Extra.
Good morning, and thank you very much for keeping it with us on UBC TV. Welcome back from the sports updates, where, of course, as a nation, Kiprimo did us good, and we celebrate his victory as Ugandans. Coming home, yes, not the money as per se, but our flag, our country's name shining higher. I earlier said sports is one of the areas where you can market your country so high. There are so many people who are into sports. It attracts nations globally. So that is one thing that really, when we get an international win on such mega events, Uganda, our flag flies so high. Now, this morning I'm going to be discussing matters of health, and that is the M-POX. Now, many people, when you talk about M-POX, formerly known as monkeypox, many people will think it's an issue we should have long ago stopped discussing. Well, I'm here to let you know why we are still discussing it up to today. Now, join me, welcome my guest, who is Kemirembe Maria, who happens to be a medical clinical officer and surveillance officer, Old Kampala Central Division, and also a parish supervisor. You're most welcome.
Thank you so much.
Now, to begin with, Kemirembe, I want to put this question to you because I know even some of my viewers could be asking the very thing. First, let's define or help our viewer know when we talk about M-POX, because people tend to forget. What is M-POX? What are we going to be discussing? Because that's where our discussion is going to be centered.
Yes, thank you very much. Someone who is hearing M-POX for the very first time.
Or who has forgotten.
Who has forgotten or taking it for granted. M-POX is a viral zoonotic disease. Viral, it's caused by a virus called M-POX virus. Zoonotic because it affects both animals and human beings. So originally, like you mentioned, it was called monkeypox because you would have poxes like what monkeys were having. So that's why it was called monkeypox. But it was rephrased last year to M-POX because we realized that there are so many other animals that can actually be able to transfer and spread M-POX and actually suffer from it.
Now, when we talk about M-POX, rightly defined, let's understand why up to now are we still talking about M-POX? There was a time when we had this disease and it was evident. People at the treatment center in Entebbe, you would hear, you know, but it seems now to have gone. Why are we still talking about it?
Yes, why are we still talking about M-POX? We still have cases. Dear Ugandans that are still watching us and everyone else watching us right now, M-POX is still there. We still have cases in the community. We still have people who are treating themselves with alternative ways of medication, using maybe some green things, some herbs and all that, or self-medicating, going to the pharmacy or sending someone to the pharmacy to buy something, or a drug shop near them, and then making the disease complicated and getting different complications without seeking medical care. We still have cases. We cannot miss a day without at least 2 cases at Chiseni Health Center for. We cannot miss a day. People who come in and to self-report and are sampled, we take off a sample to confirm at least the minimum is 2 cases. That people that show up and come up, and those are the brave ones. So we know that we still have many more in the community who are still there and not reporting. And that's why we want to remind, and we will keep reminding every Ugandan and everyone out there at the moment that we need to fight M-POX together. We need to do whatever we need to do. Report the cases. When you see symptoms, self-report, come to the hospital and report. And why are we still emphasizing it right now? Why are we not hearing so many cases in grade B? Of course, over time, as we live with the disease and the teams are working, the Ministry of Health team, the case management teams, the surveillance teams, the different task forces in different areas of Kampala are working, and Kampala Metropolitan. They are working to make sure that we get and erase this disease. So at this moment, we are at the phase where we don't take all cases to Entebbe. We have cases that are under home-based care for M-POX. So all cases are not transferred to Entebbe, so we do not fill up Entebbe. Over time, we have known how to take care of ourselves. We know how to teach patients. We know what we can expect. We know when we need to take someone to Entebbe. We are at a phase of home-based care for cases that are not severe.
Okay, now that takes me to, you've defined the disease, viral zoonotic, but now we want to understand, how does one know what are the signs and symptoms of M-POX?
What are the signs and symptoms of M-POX? If you're watching, M-POX causes a skin rash. That's the first one, the skin rash. If you get a skin rash at any point, whether it looks like a pimple, where it is any point, anywhere, it causes a skin rash. When you see a skin rash, when we are dealing with this M-POX outbreak, come to the hospital. We shall be the ones to tell you this is M-POX or this is a particular different disease. We shall be able to define and let you know that this is actually something different. But when you get a skin rash, you have fever, body weakness, all those symptoms are leading us to M-POX. And now when you get to the hospital and we actually find out that you have swollen lymph nodes, we keep on confirming. If on top of that, if you have been with anyone who has similar symptoms that look like M-POX, that you are getting symptoms and you have been with someone who had similar symptoms, then we start really confirming. And for us to really be sure, we take off a sample, and when the sample comes out positive, you have M-POX. But the first symptoms, when you get a skin rash, please rush. Do not wait for the poxes to go all over your body. Once you recognize something, whether it has started from the hand, whether in your private parts, in hidden places of your body, at the back, anywhere, please report to the health facilities and we screen you and then take off the sample and confirm.
Now, having known what M-POX is, the signs and symptoms, how is M-POX spread?
How is it spread? M-POX, we said it's a viral zoonotic disease, can be spread from animals to human beings. That's the first one. But you need to have been in contact. In contact with this person, in contact with anyone who is infected, in contact with an animal that is infected, in contact with surrounding or beddings or clothes of an infected person. You can pick M-POX from that. So we have so many people that didn't even know, like border riders, they didn't know where they found a case, but probably they could have ridden. They were riding a customer who had M-POX, and that's how they were able to get M-POX. Yeah, we have people who are sharing stories live. Next time when I come, I'll come with a survivor, and we see, they really tell us the real truth. When we are talking as health workers, it may be hard to believe, but when you get a survivor who has suffered from the disease, it becomes really important, really, it adds a story, adds to the story, and know that we are not talking about things that are outside, they are inside here. You can get M-POX when you get in touch with linen. You're going to a hotel room and they did not change the sheets. The other person who was there had M-POX. That's how we can easily get M-POX. Or you're trying to help a family member at home, trying to help them to treat M-POX. You can end up getting M-POX through contact.
Now, you talked about animals. I love game meat. And I know there are many Ugandans there. They are hunters, they are friends to hunters. Those that they'll go get these animals, then sell them to them. I love monkeys also. I am from the monkey clan, so these are my brothers and sisters, you know. So what kind of animals should Ugandans desist from at such a time?
At such a time, the first ones that we all know are the monkeys. Are the monkeys, because they are very well known to spread and host and harbor and can get the poxes. We have squirrels, we have mice, we have these, we know the edible rat, the very big edible rat. It's very common.
Oh, very sweet, I'm told.
I don't know. I cannot testify to that, but I know that it's edible.
That is almost
like it.
Is it that?
Almost. I'm not sure of that.
Well, because I know many people say it's the commonest for hunters to get. That edible rat, that is very common.
But you can get M-POX when you get in touch. Sometimes some of them don't eat; they just want the skin. Some of them do not actually use them for anything. They just want to be around them, like the people in the game parks and all that. They want to just reserve and everything, but in that process, they can actually easily get M-POX. So we try to advise them, in case you see the symptoms, come up early, because we cannot stop you from being in the game park. But those who are eating, skinning and all, you can avoid for some time. We can risk if we do not fight so hard as all of us as Ugandans and don't keep this in our mind, M-POX will still be here. You can remember very well, we had M-POX stayed, Ebola came, we wiped away Ebola, M-POX is still ongoing. It can easily stay with us and become like just the way our friends in DRC. Okay,
now we know the animals. I'm so interested in how person to person spread M-POX.
M-POX. One person to another, you need to have contact.
I shake your hands.
You shake my hands when I have M-POX. I have POX. And you're like, I have some small things. You can easily get M-POX. You give a hug. Yes, you can get M-POX. I have my POXes already here. We are giving a hug. You can actually get. You need to get in contact with that person who is affected. So avoid contact with people who are infected. If someone has symptoms and they look like they have, you suspect, you do not understand the kind of rash they have, keep your distance. Stay away from that person. Wave to them. They can know that actually you care about them, but do not get in touch with them. We have people, it is a sexually associated disease. By default, you are in close contact with a person.
Definitely in that act, you're so close to someone.
Exactly.
Now, many think of protection.
To a lesser extent or no, because you will still have skin-to-skin contact. So protection may not be helping us with M-POX at the moment.
So condoms here do not apply?
No. At the moment, we are trying to say avoid skin contact, direct contact. Every Ugandan, once you suspect your partner, anyone, please do not. And our dear ladies who are in the business, sell happiness, if you see a customer with symptoms, please resist. It's not about the money. Life also matters. Be safe. Yeah.
And also the men, please avoid ladies of happiness, because at that time your reasoning may not be able to look at the skin.
Exactly.
Most of those that go to the red districts, by the time someone goes there, I don't want to sound negative in that business, but I think mentally you may not be very sober.
Exactly.
Your sense of judgment is no longer so. You may end up failing to observe these signs. So better, for now, say no to ladies of happiness who sell happiness. Now, allow me to go for a very short break. When I return, we are going to be looking at another element regarding M-POX, which is vaccination or immunization. Is it there? If there, how is it being handled? Let's return shortly.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda Extra.
Step into a world of excellence, comfort, and pride with Royal Foam Furniture, crafted to perfection right here in Uganda. We bring you state-of-the-art living room furniture and bedding products at affordable prices. Our wide variety of mattresses include orthopedic, pillow top, spring mattresses suitable for institutions like hotels, and many others for home comfort. With every piece telling a story of royal excellence, our products are built with the highest quality materials made to last. Experience royalty with Royal Foam Furniture, proudly made in Uganda, so buy Uganda and build Uganda. Visit our showrooms at Ginger Road, Chambogo Junction, Bukoto Chisasi Road, and on Victoria Mall, Entebbe, on the first floor.
Taxation is a bit complicated, and the only way to demystify it and make it as easy to understand and to comply with is through engagement. Is there a limit to the number of cars a returning citizen is bringing into Uganda? Who has paid the excise duty on this water is not the supermarket which has sold you this bottle at 1,000. It's not the business. It is the man who is going to drink this water. We strongly believe that it will only be through such constructive engagement that we'll be able to broaden our tax base and build our country together.
Buza Kamiso now. Now you can get direct answers. Send your tax-related questions via WhatsApp or SMS to 0790-141-887, and the Commissioner General of URA, John Musinguzi, will personally address them. Tune in to UBC News Tonight every Monday and Wednesday for expert insights and clear explanations. Booza Commissioner.
When you want to relax your body and refresh your mind, welcome to Hotel La Confidential, Aroa's premier destination for luxury and comfort. The only hotel in Aroa City offering a serene atmosphere, breathtaking scenery. Come and discover our exclusive wellness club with packages that include a fully equipped gym, a rejuvenating sauna, steam bath, and a great sky blue swimming pool. For events, our state-of-art conference halls and versatile event spaces are perfect for hosting shows, wedding receptions, birthdays, and more. Come and enjoy our cinema hall and unisex saloon, all designed to meet your entertainment and grooming needs. Bring your family and let your kids splash around in our beautiful kids water park. We are located on Aroa Pakwachi Highway in the heart of Aroa City. Don't wait. Visit us on www.hotellaconfidential.com or call us on 0761 688 181.
Exercise can't be sustained. Eating can't be stopped. It's even harder to lose weight. Come and give it a try. Genshikang L-carnitine chromium capsules, plant extract, scientific ratio, take 3 capsules each time. The active ingredient accelerates fat burning, eat twice a day. Don't take a detour. Weight loss starts now. Genshikang L-carnitine with chromium capsules helps you stay in shape. Please follow medical advice when taking this product. For more information, visit our website www.hgo.com or call 0800 335555.
The government's mandate is to maintain law and order, safeguard citizens' rights, and provide essential public services.
Remember, one of the pillars of the roadmap is innovation and entrepreneurship.
There has been this question of how are you protecting our indigenous seed?
It's going to be a tall project that answers somebody's question.
The Front Bench has brought you insightful discussions on governance, security, healthcare, justice, and commerce.
Why do you go through this complicated procedure, involve the lawyers? You bring the case against him, the judge will hear you out and pass judgment, and you're out of court in record time.
We remain committed to keeping you informed and engaged on key national matters.
So these are huge, these are powerful organizations which now Uganda chairs. Why don't you come together?
If we haven't migrated to the e-card because of various reasons, including that not all the people of Uganda have smartphones.
You can sit in your house, apply for a passport.
If you have a Ugandan who has a successful logistics firm in the US, it means he can come to Uganda and do a lot more.
Every Monday at 8:30 p.m. with me, Jethro Kasaiji, your interface with the government only on your public broadcaster, UBC, Inspiring Uganda.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda Extra.
Welcome back from that break, and thank you so much for being with us on UBC TV. It is Good Morning Uganda Extra, and we are still discussing M-POX, creating awareness, saying yes, it is still present with us on a daily. Cases are registered, but of course, it seems not to have learned to come in a bit early, and only a few are taken at Entebbe. Now, before we went for a break, we had talked about vaccination We know there is a vaccine for M-POX.
Yes.
So how are we doing as a country?
Vaccination is ongoing for target groups. Target groups are people that showed higher numbers in the cases that were managed previously. We have targeted the commercial sex workers, or the most at risk population, the people who are the nightlife, people who are usually in the nightlife, very active in the nightlife, have been targeted and vaccinated. We have the people in transport, the borders. We have bus drivers, conductors, taxi drivers, and their conductors. Those in transport are at a high risk. And then we have people in places which are congested, yes, in slum areas. So everyone, and we have people still who are still in hotspots where we are still getting very many cases. All the people around there are being vaccinated, and it's ongoing. It's actually ongoing in Kampala. We have vaccination from last week in Kampala Central. Vaccination has been going on. So if you have seen a team coming around your area, it means you are in a hotspot. You're in a targeted area where you're at a very high risk of getting M-POX. Please take your vaccine. The vaccine is safe, it is free, and no severe side effects. Really, M-POX vaccine is actually one of the friendly vaccines. Take your vaccine once you get that chance to protect yourself and give yourself life protection.
Well, take the vaccine to protect yourself, because we know once vaccinated, in case you contract that disease, you won't go to those severe stages. I'll take one incident that has also maybe skin rash, but not as that of M-POX. Let's talk about measles. When children are vaccinated or immunized against measles, what happens is even if there is an outbreak, those that are vaccinated, it's simple. They just give them a vitamin, and they'll tell you, give them water, and they'll be playing with their red eyes, get a few proteins, mukene, what, and they are back to normal now. Those that are not vaccinated, it is more or less a death sentence or a ticket to meet their creator. So if you're in these areas where the vaccination is happening, please embrace it. Sometimes I hear Ugandans say, but now this, but you know how many vaccinations you've taken since you were young?
Very many.
If those didn't kill you, then why not take vaccination? Remember during the days of COVID-19, people spoke, some missed out, and we lost quite a number
of people.
Now, this time, please, if you're among the vulnerable groups, the ladies of the night, you sell happiness.
And men.
And men, truck drivers, you said, of course, those at every stage, they stop and they'll have a different partner. Taxi drivers, yes, many people board, so in contact with so many people. Please get that vaccination. Now, that said, it drives me, you said a number of these are on home care. I think that's the term you used.
Home-based care.
Home-based care. Many of the patients are on home-based care. Please, I feel the public needs to know, and what is this? How is it being handled? If you told me I have a person who has M-POX, my first thing would say, hey, take this person to Entebbe.
Exactly.
Before you know it's too late. I've ever seen a lady who suffered from M-POX and a man, they almost lost their private parts.
Yeah, true.
That's when I knew that M-POX is this very serious.
It is serious, very serious.
Though I was later told that that rush will begin from where, that particular point where you contracted. Yeah. So I got to understand more, but that's not the interest of today. Let's go back to home.
Home-based care, yes. So in home-based care, we prioritize clients who are going to be managed at the treatment center in Entebbe, Grade B, and other regions also have different treatment centers in different regions. So we prioritize because we were bringing everyone and every person because we were scared. We were learning how the disease is going to affect people, what complications can we get, can people be able to take care of themselves, and now we're at that point where we know that someone can actually take care of themselves at home. If you have a mild disease, not severe, moderate, you're clinically stable, you have POXs, but okay, you're very fine, the temperatures are not very high, you do not have any complication, you can be managed at home. And so we teach you how to manage yourself and give you medication from the hospital and then keep on checking on you in home-based care. In home-based care, we work with a very big group of people. It is the health workers, with the VHTs, with the local leaders, with your people that stay with you at home. Yeah.
You experience communities responding to home-based care. Remember when we had just had COVID-19, there were people who almost got lynched when people knew that there is a patient, there is a person having COVID-19. Now, I'm just looking at a society or a community, and I'm aware that in the next gate, there's someone being treated of M-POX. How has society perceived and complied to this home-based care?
Yes. So we have limitations. There are communities where we cannot put a person into home-based care. If you do not have a place where you can isolate from, if you're at a high risk, like for example, a pregnant woman, we cannot put you in home-based care. If you're a child below 8 years, we cannot put you in home-based care. If you have any immune compromising disease, if you have diseases that reduce or compromise your immune system, we cannot put you in home-based care. So we have communities where they know you have a house here and another house here, and inside the house there are no other rooms. Those will be worried. In fact, they would not allow a neighbor to be brought back with M-POX. So usually we health educate and then take away the person, even when you're stable, because your home area may not allow you. Some are choosing to say, in Kampala, I don't have a place where I can isolate. Can I be taken to the village where I can do home-based care, or in a homestead for a relative where you can have a separate room to isolate. Isolation is very key in home-based care. So we sensitize the communities. If you have an isolation room in your house, we can be able to follow the guidelines of isolation and also follow infection prevention and control in your home, and then also with your surrounding. When you're on home-based care, you're protecting everyone. The person taking care of you, person preparing your food, you're taking care of your other relatives at home and your pets, even your dog, your cat, and everything, you're taking care of them. So in isolation, you don't get in contact with your pet, you don't get in contact with anything. And even the neighbors, or the visitors, you don't get visitors every time and all the time. So that's how we protect the community. And they should know that if you see someone with M-POX on home-based care, and then they are moving here and they are say they're the ones taking sugar and tea everywhere and all that, visiting one another, that's where the community comes in to remind you that you should be in isolation and stay at home. So we sensitize, and they actually now know. Within 2 weeks to 4 weeks, this person should be very okay.
In your experience within M-POX, what has been the major challenge to conquering or ending this outbreak?
The major challenge is because the fatality rate is low. The number of people that die are fewer. And here we want to see number of people dying, and then we relate the seriousness of a disease to the number of people dying. And that's not what we aim to have. Any person, any form of life, anyone who dies, that disease is a threat to us. It is a threat, it is a very big threat. So most of the people are taking it for granted, because when you're sensitizing, they will ask you, how many people have died? Like we have community dialogues, we have the balazars and all that. So there you get a one-on-one with the people in the community. They will ask you questions. They're like, you're talking about M-POX. Ebola, we know we fear. This we fear. We feared COVID-19, but you're talking about M-POX. How many people have died from M-POX? No, we will not give you that much platform to really sensitize. So we want to remind the general public that it's just not, we don't want to relate fatalities or number of people who have died to the seriousness of the disease. M-POX can actually refuse to go away if we refuse to take it up and fight against it. As a whole nation, as everyone, schools, teachers, remind children about M-POX in schools, in institutions where we have institutions of higher learning. That's where we have a lot of, sexually associated diseases, a lot of them. Let's be able to remind them. Let's put the posters and add a message and a voice to the posters. Let people know. So the biggest challenge is taking it for granted. Not that people don't know. In fact, now they know. They actually know. Most of them know monkeypox, 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 M-POX. Yeah, they sing about it, but taking it up and being really serious.
Well, taking it up can be real serious. So this is why we are here again. Ministry of Health is here again with their partners, UNICEF, to ensure that you're well versed with M-POX, the signs, the symptoms, what to do, the treatment, so that we can bring this to an end. I believe if Ebola left, then this is something we can also work on and see that the cases we are registering, our statistics change, and we are declared M-POX free. Now, Kemirembe, let me just have your parting shot.
This is a reminder for the Ugandans, everyone out there, be safe, stay safe. Remember to wash your hands with soap and water. Remember to keep your distance away from the person who has M-POX or signs that look like M-POX. Report the cases as soon as possible. Report for your neighbor, report for your relative, report for our school. Anyone who is taking the symptoms for granted, please report them. We also encourage those ones who have seen the symptoms, go to the hospital, because when you come early, we teach you how to manage yourself. You don't need to be taken to the treatment unit. You can be managed at home. And those on home-based care, please follow all the guidelines that have been given. Follow the instructions, clean yourself very well, isolate when it's meant to be isolation. Clean your areas of common areas where you share. If it's not necessary, do not leave your isolation room at home. Be safe, we can actually do this. You can actually have M-POX and prevent M-POX from spreading to the rest of your people at home on home-based care. So let's be safe, wash your hands with soap and water.
Very, very clear. Wash yourself. But these are things I think we are used to, the SOPs, when we had COVID-19. If we still apply the very things we used then to bring COVID to an end, this will still work.
Exactly.
Body contact, it's very clear. Body contact, avoid body contact. You know, also ensure that our sisters, because I remember following up a case where in Kawempe, I think it was in Kawempe, where about 40 men had contracted M-POX from one woman.
Person, yeah.
She was selling happiness. A term I've learned from Kemirembe here. So she was selling happiness, and 40 men all contracted M-POX. So brothers, for this time, avoid these areas, because you may not be able, and also the sisters, if there's an alternative, for now, because you may not be able to look at the signs, you're yearning for money, struggling for clients, and you end up contracting M-POX. Then you go home for the kids you're hunting for, and what you take is M-POX. Have the best of your day for now. See you in the next hour. Keep it with UBC TV.
All right.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala. This is Good Morning Uganda Extra.
When you want to relax your body and refresh your mind, welcome to Hotel La Confidential, Aroa's premier destination for luxury and comfort. The only hotel in Aroa City offering a serene atmosphere, breathtaking scenery. Come and discover our exclusive wellness club with packages that include a fully equipped gym, a rejuvenating